Traders from around the world, what's going on? It's me, Jerremy Alexander Newsome with reallifetrading.com. I've been doing absolutely fantastic. I got one phrase to sum up today's stock market action. Woo! Right, one crazy man ride, boy. That was sure weird, man. Going up, going down. Big old crazy candle today, man. I tell you what, that is a high wave, spin top, instant candle with tons of volume on the broad markets. Good golly gee whiz. All right, so that's my phrase to sum up today. Whoa! I love it. Some selling finally coming in, just a little bit though. Nothing actually too crazy. It felt a lot worse than it really was at the end of the day. SPY had a little bit of a drop. I got a bunch of people texting me. What time is it right now? 3 Central, so 4 Eastern. About 2 hours ago, asking if they should buy. And I was like, yeah, buy the dip. So 2 hours ago was about 1,400, right around here. Yeah, so the SPY, techs, everything sold off pretty massively today. I say massively. You know, the Qs definitely down hard, 3% at one point. A lot of volume. It needed to happen though. It really, really did. Everyone and their mom knew the stock was overextended. The best part is we did it just enough to make a new all-time high today. There's the close of the market. New all-time high today on the Qs by 10 cents and then Tankville. Here's the 5-minute chart on the Qs. I would love to tell you that we shorted the Qs all day today, but missed it all. Missed a lot of the Q action. But anyway, we made this new all-time high. Look at this evening star pattern on the 5-minute chart, the all-time high on the Qs. How beautiful. Anyway, so the Qs tanked. Now, I did have a great trade on another tech stock there. We're going to look at that today, but there's so many things to look at. I don't even know where to start, really, but the greatest news is I like this pullback. I think it's needed. I think it's healthy. I'm excited to see it happen. Is it going to be similar to what we got right here or what we got right here? Probably. Probably pretty similar. We'd likely do something like this, and then this, and then this. That's my guess. I could be entirely wrong. A little bit of bullishness, a small rollover, and then we go wild and bananas. Makes sense if that happens. Let's look at a lot of individual stocks. Oh my gosh, so many good things to look at today. So many things to chat about. I don't even know where to start. I'm going to pull up a few of these idea published tabs. Let's go check out Tesla. So I never do this, but if you are a Facebook friend of mine, I posted a chart of a stock, which I really almost never do. And Tesla hit my target of 375. The reason that this is a big deal is because I put a big wager on this trade, if you will. And I also created a wager for fun with my stock traders in the trading room. And I posted this on TradingView. And just kind of mentioned that this was my thoughts back in April 12. Now, I did think that Tesla was going to take a little bit longer than it did to get up to 375. This was, again, almost 100 points ago on Tesla. Again, back in mid-April. And my wager was if Tesla does not go above, does not hit 375 before the end of the year, I will rent and drive a Tesla into a McDonald's drive-thru, order a Big Mac combo for me and anyone behind me, and I'll also eat whatever I order. And that's a big deal because I haven't had McDonald's in like 25 years. So, bottom line, I made the wager. A lot of traders been doing put sales, bull put spreads, long-term calls, leaps. I have one trader who mentioned yesterday his leap was $100 in the money. So, I mean, really killing it. But that was the target. Today on Tesla, we did hit my official resistance almost to the penny. So it makes sense that we sold off there. Just a really, really solid fib target. And anyway, the wager has been completed. Back on the 4th of May, when the pullback was happening, I also posted on Tesla, this is the pullback. This is the time to look to buy. This right here, when it pulled back into the all-time high today, I was talking about a spread and looking about it bouncing. I will also look to go along directionally with leaps. So that was kind of that thought. So anyway, Tesla, really good move. It's at a resistance. The other stock of the day, there's no way I could do the stock review without talking about Nvidia, right? Good grief. What a beautiful move on Nvidia. Now, what you have to ask yourself is, let's kind of zoom back out here on Nvidia and talk about this trend. So there were a few people, unfortunately, and I apologize if you were one of them, but if you bought up here on Tesla, on Nvidia, I apologize. I'm sorry about that. Sorry you lost money. Hopefully you were able to lose an R or less. But look at this chart and think about it. And let's actually zoom out on a weekly chart. This might help you maybe prevent this next time if it happens. But let's zoom out on a weekly chart. And I'm going to put candles on. Let me just kind of do this really quick. And I want you to kind of look at it and say, look at this trend and ask yourself, are you buying low, selling high? Or are you doing something else? Right? Because this is really, 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 really massively high. And we were talking about in the day trading classes, the day trading program, the stock gapping up to an all-time high like that. Nobody was trapped. Nobody was losing money. So every single person who bought in here, when Nvidia gapped up this morning, they were selling to lock in a profit. That's exactly what happened. So when it gapped up this morning, this is just a pure profit-taking candle. A lot of selling. Likely will pull back a little bit more into some moving averages. And then, yeah, it's going to be a buy-the-dip opportunity. Off the 10, 20, 50 EMA. My buddy Anshul and Kyle Bryant mentioned that they're buying into this pullback, which makes tons of sense. Here was a day trade that we did post on Nvidia. And another thing is, if you're wondering why Nvidia stopped today, we can pull this up as well. We also had some really good targets on Nvidia. And again, I'm not bringing this up to brag. I'm just saying that, hey, we did hit a target. So here was the Nvidia run, and this 160.07. This was a two-wave extension on Nvidia right here. This is the two-wave extension. So this was a target in the afternoon and morning room. Now, I keep bringing up the afternoon and morning room. If you're watching this right now, check your email. There's a good chance you have the link for next week's morning and day trading rooms. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Next week is the opportunity for every single person on this planet to join both the morning and the afternoon swing trading room entirely for free with real life trading. Not one single dime that you have to spend to be there. It is an open house event. We're going to be sending out that link around 8:30 p.m. Eastern. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you're listening to this video before then, just keep waiting. I'm going to send it out. I'm going to have my finger on the button ready to send out that email. 8:30 tonight, Eastern Standard Time. You'll be getting the links for the morning and afternoon swing trading room. Monday, of course, will be Mentorship Monday. So I'm really, really pumped and excited about that. And I hope all of you can make it. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. But I know this is a really big event, and a lot of people are wanting to take this trade. Or I'm sorry, a lot of people are wanting to be in this event. Want to shout out to another trader who made 22 Rs on Tesla today. I didn't get done with the video. I'm talking a lot today. I'm sorry. I'm already chatting up a storm. For those of you who also want to trade Nvidia, the phenomenal thing about this trade is I did post a day trade on Nvidia today that would have, would have made you some money if you got a chance to take it. Now, I did post this for free way before it triggered. So anyone who's following me on TradingView, you probably had an opportunity to take this trade. This was our big winner of the day. And the reason I took this trade is because this stock was breaking below this tweezer bottom right there. Very easy, very simple setup. Check this out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Booyakasha! Huge sell-off. You could have done short the stock. You could have shorted options, meaning buying puts. However you played Nvidia, really, really nice sell-off. Again, this was posted on TradingView for free. Congrats for those who got a chance to trade it. Very, very well done. All right. Well, man, just so much chatting, so many stocks to look at. Again, it's almost overwhelming. Apple, AAPL, everybody wants to look at Apple. Apple broke out of this pennant pattern bearish. Shout out to my good buddy Steven Steckler, who made 6.6 Rs on Apple with that bearish breakdown. And check out this pennant pattern. So this is the pennant pattern on the daily. Here's the 5-minute chart. Look at this. It's like a micro version of what just happened. You had a really, really nice pennant pattern right here on the pennant pattern support, and then that broke down. Again, I couldn't trade all of these, ladies and gentlemen. There's no way I could. I wish I could. There was a great, phenomenal trade by a few traders on Reynolds American, RAI. Look at this beauty. We're going to talk about it in the day trading class 4. Very, very small black candle gapping down. It was a retest gap. Check out this 5-minute chart. Look at this retest. Oh my goodness. This is what dreams are made out of right here. Beautiful rollover. Watch me pull up this 10 exponential moving average and show you exactly how you could have played this thing. That's like, if you played that the right way, that's about a 16R trade. Just unbelievable. Okay, I'm going to fly through some more. I got a lot to look at. Here's AMC Entertainment Holdings. Here's the weekly chart. This is the theater company. Michael, I know you're a big movie fan. I like this stock. It has a nice hammer candle. So I personally would like it to see if it can come down to $20, which is another 10% sell-off on AMC. Looks like a really big channel, kind of a buy low, sell high. So you got a support there. You got a resistance right there. Nice buy low, sell high on AMC. Next on the list, we have USO. USO also still channeling. Energies were up a little bit today. So USO is now at its next kind of weaker support, but it is definitely there. So there's the support on USO. Oops, sorry about that. So nice little support on USO. Energies, not really as bearish as the market was today. It didn't really tank that bad overall. So USO, I don't have a particular trade on this one, no position, but it is in a buy low, sell high location right now if you are looking to play it. US Steel kind of broke out of a little bit of a pennant pattern, thankfully, recently, yesterday, and made a little bit of a higher high today. We did watch this one for a day trade, but never found anything on it. So US Steel, good breakout. Here's the weekly chart. It's also on the 100 simple moving average on a weekly chart. Next target, probably 23.49 on US Steel. A little bit more bullish on this one. Also kind of more longer term. Here's WYN. WYN, Wyndham Worldwide. Wyndham Worldwide, wide. This is the daily chart. And again, huge move already on Wyndham. So let me go to a weekly chart again. You're buying up here, you're definitely chasing. I would love to see WYN pull back to this previous all-time high around 93. Is it going to do that? I don't know, but that would be a much better place to buy than way the heck up here. Granted, you do have a little bit of a double bottom. Not in the greatest location, but I would say if you're looking at going bullish, you got a nice little bearish candle today. Look for a close above the high of today. So something like this. In purple, a close above there with the stop below there, and let the trend continue. Otherwise, I want this to pull back a little bit more. Here's WYNN. Wynn Resorts, and Troy Beinhauer and Dave Zamora, great call outs, my friends. They were talking about this gap filling just 2 or 3 days ago, and the gap did fill. So WYN filled the gap. Here's the exponential moving averages, pretty strong trend. For me personally, I'm looking for it to maybe trade down to the 50 EMA. It may or may not. I'm not sure. Looks a little double topish right there. So if I get this candle on Monday, Tuesday, and it trades down to the 50, then I'll look to get into maybe a bull put spread or something on Wynn. But it is right now on a weekly chart, kind of retesting the 200 simple moving average on a weekly. That was my 2017 target on it for breaking out of this consolidation right here. So right now on Wynn, bottom line is I'm waiting for a little bit to see what it's going to end up doing. Starbucks. So Kristen, you're absolutely correct on Starbucks. It had a very nice all-time high breakout. All-time high breakouts, especially on blue chip dividend paying stocks, have been horrendous for the last 4 to 5 years. What I mean by that is pretty much every time they're breaking out, they are in fact retesting. So this is a breakout of the all-time high, and then we have a bearish engulfing pattern on a weekly chart. This is definitely profit taking on Starbucks. So if you're looking at playing Starbucks, the daily and the weekly, let it pull back just a little bit more. I would probably say kind of take a screenshot of these candles over here, and that's probably worst case what Starbucks does. I mean, it trades down a little bit lower, bounces up to here again, and then maybe trades back down and bounces. That's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, of course, it trades down and then bounces and starts going a little bit higher. I do think Starbucks is on the verge of breaking out of a really nice distribution channel, but in my personal opinion, I think it's going to pull back just a hair more before it makes its final breakout. Here's AVGO. AVGO, Broadcom, had a really good bullish gap and go just a week or so ago, had a great pennant pattern, and this pennant pattern has now broken down bearish. Big deal. Strong gap and goes like this should not fill, at least quickly. So I'm going to put AVGO on the afternoon swing trading room list for Tuesday, but each and every one of you has the opportunity to be there. So let's see and tune in on Tuesday, see if we can swing trade AVGO bearish, because it looks a little bit more bearish right now with that breakdown, but it would be a counter trend trade, so it's going to be a fast one. Northrop Grumman, NOC, I still have a lot of these left. We're going quick. Northrop Grumman, bullish trend, retesting, and it has retested the previous all-time high, so there's the previous all-time high, there's the breakout, there's the retest. It's an expensive stock, buy low, sell high for sure. Don't know if it's ever going to pull back down to the 100 simple in the weekly. In fact, I doubt it, but if it does, great buying opportunity. Otherwise, Northrop Grumman looks more bullish than bearish. Here is Lockheed Martin for my buddy Julian, and Lockheed Martin is hanging out at your support right now, Julian. So keep an eye on that one. I don't think it breaks through. Hopefully it doesn't, but we'll see. Lulu, ticker symbol LULU. Lulu, nice little doji candle today. Had a retest gap. White candle gapping up to a resistance. It did retest. And so now from here, you can kind of bracket trade this, break down or break up. Either one would be an adequate play on Lulu. Ticker symbol HD, Home Depot. Home Depot, let this one pull back a little bit more into the 100 simple moving average. Here's your weekly chart, and you had a retest gap on the weekly time frame. And usually when that happens, you will get a retest of a bigger portionality. So on the daily chart, we'll pull back to this 100 simple moving average on Home Depot, which is about $148. Looks pretty nice. Here's CELG. CELG is stuck in between its long-term moving averages on both the daily chart, and it's above the weekly. You had these two candles that have the exact same low right here, and we do have a candle that has a lower shadow, made a higher high and a higher low, kind of an interesting morning star reversal. It's not a perfect one, but if you blend these candles, it would be. So a break above the high of this week on CELG, and that stock looks more bullish than bearish. Here's Exxon Mobil. Exxon Mobil had a protective put on it for June. I like the fact that it bounced today. I hope I lose on that protective put so that I can gain on equity in the shares and sleep better at night. Well, technically this bear put spread, this debit spread expires worthless this Friday, but Exxon Mobil long term, absolutely in a buy low, sell high location. It's a very boring stock. Blue chip, dividend paying, usually doesn't do anything fun, but it is in a good buy low, sell high location. Alaska Airlines, ALK. I hope Alaska Airlines pulls back a little bit more. Here's the long-term moving averages. It traded right to the 100 simple, which was a great resistance. We've never seen that before, right? So you got this little inverted head and shoulders pattern right here. If it pulls back, look to buy the dip, preferably around the 200 simple moving average on the daily chart would be phenomenal on Alaska Airlines. Here's the weekly chart. And the weekly chart, great bounce, nice high wave candle here back in May. And this one also, shockingly, broke out of the all-time high. Old resistance became new support. So weird how this stuff works sometimes, right? All right, and two left, Costco and then Shopify. Ticker symbol COST. Costco, here's the daily chart. I love this move back on the 5th of June, which wasn't that far. Trend is bullish, buy the dip. This is the dip. Personally, I want it to pull back to 177.94, which is also the 20 EMA. So I'm looking to buy the dip around here. Why would I expect this to retest? White candle gapping up, that's retest number 1. Perhaps this is retest number 2. Either way, watch to buy Costco. I like it. Next target for me for the year is 188.38. And last but not least, here's ticker symbol SHOP. Shopify made a new all-time high, hit $100 today, and then everyone sold it. Like most tech stocks, a lot of tech stocks hit new all-time highs recently, and everyone just had their finger on the button to sell. Remember, buy low, sell high. So if the stock is really, 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 really high, sell into strength, buy into weakness. If you feel like you're chasing the trade, if you have to ask, I wonder if I'm chasing this trade, the answer is within your question. You did, in fact, chase it. So Shopify, Matt has informed me that he did, in fact, buy back this this put sale for June. He's got a July at 85 that he sold on Wednesday. Shopify, nice little trend, buy the bounce off the 50 if we hit it. The only two swing trades that I'm in right now as a trader on the floor in the afternoon is Trivago, TRVG, and Trivago, we're going to move that stop up next week, and then Macy's bearish, ticker symbol M. Believe it or not, as bearish as the market was today, Macy's didn't care. So looks like I'll probably end up losing a little bit on Macy's, maybe, I'm not sure. But we'll see. Time will tell. I'll leave the stop in there and let it do its thing, but it's not looking that hot right now. And then Sears, SHLD. Sears is doing its thing. Nothing really to update on Sears. VRX, hoping VRX goes to 0. I do like today's candle. Got some July $11 puts on VRX. First Solar, not doing that much. Bullish. I want it to go bullish, but it doesn't appear that it will. A lot of updates to come. If you want to know what I'm trading, if you want to know what other people are trading, if you want to know what other people's positions are in, if you want to know what I'm looking to have my positions in, make sure to be there. The open house next week. Be there or be a triangle. Ladies and gentlemen, I got the afternoon class in 40 minutes from this exact second in time. And then tonight from 6 to 7 Central, I got day trading class for how to build a day trading plan. It's going to be a raving, amazing class. And then I'm going to rest my voice a little bit because next week is going to be a rockin' week. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see you later. And until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. You guys rock. Have a good weekend.